No, but okay, we should be good. I think we're all set up. See here. Testing chat. There we go. Okay. Should be good. Ready to rock. Few minutes till start. What's up, Fake? How you doing? Yep, nope, you're good. Yeah, no, I was just kind of, I haven't been, I should probably just do a countdown. Yep, I'm hanging in there. Can't complain. I've always been into Diablo 4, so I was gonna chill and watch this and do the fusion grind, so figured why not go live and hang out. What's up, Ryan? How you doing? Those typos, they'll get ya. Why doesn't that pop up? What's up, Ford? I'll probably wait for CVC. What's up, Frederick? But you know, I wish they would have done a guaranteed event for Shogger, but yeah, I gotta figure out at least a team to get to stage 20. Hey, what's up, Brandon? Good to see ya. Yeah, I'm pretty hyped for Diablo 4. It should come out in 6.5 months. And today Blizzard's doing a like quarterly update kind of stream. So figure why not hang out, CVC grind, and check it out. Yeah, I might. We'll have to see. I might do like the Diablo 3 season for a month and like complete the season. I do enjoy that. The Diablo 3 seasons are a blast if you have people to play with. I need to get like Veiled Shot to play it with me and get a few people. Their audio's not working. I don't think. Their audio's not working.
I'm joined here by Joe Shelley.
Oh, there it goes.
Obviously, this is our, like I said, our first live stream here.
That's right.
Live at Blizzard right now that we're doing for
live in
Diablo
the cave.
Live in the cave.
We're here.
You guys are seeing it for the first time. This is our brand new studio that we'll be doing live streams from going forward.
Oh, that's the Lilith statue that I have in the background. In the box.
Well. We have like Bale.
Yeah, that's the Lilith. That's the Lilith statue right there behind them that I have in the box that we're supposed to give away for like the AfterShock Diablo community.
Our skate deck. I'm like trying to point in random directions right now as I look at myself on this monitor.
Yep.
And then of course Lilith. Lilith's right here. And what's cool? Oh, and behind Joe's head we actually have a giant treasure goblin.
Treasure goblin.
It's the mascot.
Oh, it's right.
Sneaking up on
for
me.
Team Diablo there, especially in our building here at Blizzard. But as you guys know, we've been doing developer quarterly update blogs since the announce back in 2019 with Diablo 4. And this is kind of our new format going forward. We're actually going to be doing more and more developer update live streams as we head towards launch for D4 and even post-launch. But this gives us the opportunity of being able to connect with the community, hear from the devs straight from them.
Oh yeah, I need to build Kate for secret rooms.
Like live stream, so please excuse our mistakes and slip-ups. I promise you we'll have them. That's the best part about doing live streams and so forth.
The live part.
The live part, exactly. But at the same time, what's great about these is that you guys will be able to hear more and more from the developers behind the scenes and hear their stories about how they are working on the game and what they're working on. So in future live streams, we'll have more information and more details about Diablo 4 before we head into launch. But yeah, I know we have a lot of stuff that we actually did announce over the past week. And Joe, I think it would be like a great opportunity for us to kind of dive in and kind of talk more about like what's occurred over the past couple weeks.
Yeah, the past couple weeks have been, really the culmination of the past year of getting the game, getting all the content into the game, testing the game. We've had test after test this year, internal tests, the closed beta endgame test.
I gotta fix relic query.
We wanted to test our endgame to make sure that we have a chance to tune it and polish it before launch.
Yeah.
Better to test it before
As early as possible, right?
Including the press previews that we did. Some of the press got to play and community got to play a little bit before the Game Awards, and then of course we had the Game Awards moment that really capped off the year and brought in. We had the monks take over the Game Awards. There in LA, we had that wonderful opening where everything got dark and you sort of had a little bit of mystery about what was going to happen, and then of course Halsey performing.
Yeah, the Halsey moment was amazing, and this image was so cool. This is actually a picture she ended up taking right before the Game Awards performance, holding the Diablo skull. It's incredibly iconic in terms of how it was.
Oh, it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
I had no idea she was a huge Diablo fan.
I mean, I love how it mirrors this statue of Lilith holding the Diablo skull.
Yes.
Yeah, and she is a huge Diablo fan. She said her first Diablo game was actually D2, so it's pretty cool to be working with her and having her perform her song Lilith there at the Game Awards and having that cool moment.
Oh, we don't have the stocks up, although I don't know if we want them up today.
The reveal of the trailer, and of course,
we'll do that tomorrow. We'll put the stocks up top tomorrow. I could put text in that top bar.
Diablo 4, which is, we can finally say.
Yeah.
That's right.
Which is June 6, 2023. During that announcement, we also ended up opening up pre-orders for the game, and we have multiple different versions for people to pre-order online or on the Xbox Store or on PlayStation Store. But we've also gotten some questions regarding the actual different versions, and I think we want to just kind of like go through a few of them so we can kind of detail out exactly what people will end up getting for each of the different versions of the game. I know that the first version obviously is the standard edition of the game itself, and if you end up pre-ordering any copy of the game, you do get early access to open beta.
Yes,
What's up, Ken? I worked in finance before getting into content, so I love the stock market, and it's like an empty space up there. So sometimes I just put the stocks, but I can also put text there. I'm kind of playing around with that right now.
Cosmetics. And of course, it comes with the
Thanks for stopping by, though.
Mounts in D4. And I think one of the coolest things is this World of Warcraft mount. And I have to give a huge shout out to the WoW team here. They absolutely killed it. I've been using this around Valdraxxus myself while playing Dragonflight. It just looks so cool. And it does come with the pre-ordering the game in itself. And if you get pre-order PC, you actually get it now. And if you pre-order on console, you'll end up getting it at launch with console when you can link your Battle.net accounts.
Yeah, and you know that mount is based on a character in Diablo 4.
Yes. Spoilers.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But yeah, we won't spoil everything. But yes, it most definitely is. And then there is the digital deluxe version of the game. And we also have an ultimate version of the game. But with the digital deluxe version of the game, you do actually get early access to the launch of the game, which is really awesome. And it ends up coming with an additional mount in D4. And of course, it also does come with the battle pass in itself, the premium battle pass.
Trying to set this up here.
And I know we have an image here for the
I
ultimate version of the game.
think they're gonna have it on console.
Comes, you know, with the emote.
That's right, the wings of the wings emote, which will allow you to have Inarius wings in the game, show them off in town with your remote button.
Yeah, and we've gotten some questions from the community that we wanted to talk about regarding the at least with the premium battle pass itself, because I think there's questions related to pricing of what the battle pass is going to be. It is going to be $10 in US dollars in in-game currency value for the premium battle pass. So you get that included with the digital deluxe and the ultimate version. The ultimate version does come with like the tier skips and so forth. But then, and there's also questions related to early access for the digital deluxe and the ultimate version, because I think some people were wanting to know, like, oh, does that come with with early access? Does that mean I have like a massive leg up on people? And I know you guys wanted to talk about that a little bit more.
Yeah, so I think there are two points there. One is getting early access to the game's release that you get through the deluxe version or the ultimate edition. And the thing I want to be clear about is that the game will not be launching in Season 1. Season 1 will arrive weeks after the launch of the game, and when Season 1 starts, everyone will be starting.
That's important. They said Season 1 will be weeks after the launch.
And
they didn't say months or years.
Like leaderboards and those kinds of things are going to show up in seasons. So folks who get early access to the game will get to check it out early, but you don't have to worry about any.
What's up, Josh? Yeah, it's snowing here, that's for sure.
And I know with like the premium battle pass and so forth, like there's like some tie-in or some questions tied to.
I'm a Nebraskan though. I'm used to it.
Yeah, this is a good actually. I'm glad we have an opportunity to kind of talk about this a little bit. So there's I think there's confusion about the distinction between the battle pass and the idea of the season journey. And the season journey is still in Diablo 4 in the same way that you found it in Diablo 3, and that it's kind of a chapter-based mechanic that as players are progressing through the season, able to complete these various objectives tied to each chapter. We've made some updates to the way the feature works. You'll be earning like rewards.
What's up, Ken B? How you doing?
As you go through the process for this, but you'll also be earning favor by completing chapters of the season journey. And that favor is what drives some of the progression for the battle pass itself. So just by playing through the game normally and completing some of these objectives and earning these rewards for your character, you'll also be progressing.
Is it necessary to recap the story so far to enjoy the new one? No, I wouldn't say so. 99% of a Diablo experience is the RPG dungeon crawler grind with your friends and your clan.
Purchase the premium battle pass. You'll still get like some.
But the Diablo story is really cool, with like the angels and demons and everything. It's worth a watch. Turn the raid sound off. I always set it to the minimum, but yeah, I can do that. Especially when I'm watching something, I can do that. Just let me beat this Siffy real quick. Give me a couple hours.
Have a character level requirement attached to them in addition to your requirement. So just if you've managed to purchase a few tiers, or if you progress that system more quickly, you'll still have to have a character with the appropriate level to make use of any of those things. It's really, really important to us that we balance the things that you find in the battle pass in a way that they're compelling but still very fair. We don't want to have any situations where players can feel that they can pay to win.
Yeah. And of course, all of the seasonal content is completely free and it's not attached to the battle pass itself.
We're gonna definitely do another one of these streams at some point, just to talk about like season 1 and maybe seasons more generically. And we've done some we've had like blog posts and things. We've talked about this more recently, but to reiterate, like seasonal content, like our big season updates are all completely free. They're filled with new like progression mechanics, new monsters to fight, new challenges, new quests and content to go and consume. There's a lot to look forward to. All of that completely comes with the box price of the game you've already purchased.
Yeah, and as Joseph just mentioned here, like if you want to learn more about the Battle Pass itself, feel free to check out our blog back in August where we kind of detail out a lot of our plans on that. And of course, we do plan on talking more about seasons here in the future because people are going to want to know what season 1 is about, and we'll have more information as we get closer to launch.
We're excited to talk about it, frankly.
Yeah,
and there's some incredible cosmetics in the Battle Pass.
There's really cool cosmetics in the Battle Pass, but no power. You have to pay for it.
Yep, no power. And then the next big thing that I do want to also mention, of course, with the pre-ordering all the
my Jax +2
collector's box. And I know we've seen a lot of chatter about this because of all the cool items and so forth in it. We did want to, we have an image right here. I mean, it looks amazing. We did want to clarify in the pricing of the collector's box. Right now, it is priced at $96.66, and it will be available on the Gear Store in North America, EU, UK, and Latin America after the stream itself. And then in Australia, New Zealand, and in Korea, they will have those available at select retailers.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, any feedback you guys give me on the audio is fine.
There is going to be options here for people to check out or purchase the actual collector's box. There is one other question I know that a lot of people are have asked about, hey, does this actually come with a copy of the game? It doesn't. This is just a collector's box of all the items that are inside, like collectible items that people would want related to D4. But this also gives you a little bit of flexibility too, because you can actually end up getting a standard version of the game and a collector's box if you prefer, or you can get the ultimate version of the game and the collector's box. So you can kind of mix and match depending on exactly what you specifically want for your own needs, because you may be wanting all the collectible items and as opposed to
what's up, Odell? Yeah, I don't like that either.
But what's even cooler is that we actually have a collector's box here.
Yeah.
By the way, look at this piece I got today. Look at this thing.
For the first time.
Look at this.
Yeah, this thing is massive.
Look at that. I said look at this right when he did.
So we're gonna go through a few of the items here. This right here obviously is the box with the gates of hell opening up, and it actually does.
Trying to adjust it for the cameras to make sure people can really see.
Exactly. Professional hand models here. Everyone.
Clearly we're very good at this in particular. But it's really neat that it just opens up the gates. And I think there's a plan to do more. Have
correct.
More of an unboxing video.
We're gonna show off some items here, but then after the stream, we are most definitely
could have been worse.
Check out the Diablo YouTube channel, because the Diablo YouTube channel itself is gonna have a full unboxing of all the items and give you a little bit of a closer look and details and so forth. But we do want to show off what we can here for sure.
Yeah. So the first thing we have is one of these prints.
Correct. Yeah, there's 2 different prints that actually come, or actually I guess almost 3 different prints that do come with the collector's box in itself. Right. Of course, some people may be familiar with some of this concept art that we've actually shown off in the past, and now you'll have your own matte prints of those. And then we have another one down here.
More here.
Of this loving couple.
Yeah, it's the happy couple, right?
The Inarius Lilith
Inarius,
combo here.
Yeah, that's cool.
Of the concept art between both of them. Inarius in chains there.
Yes. Again, so cool. We'll look at these characters this way.
And then we have
there's things. There's things.
Yeah, we have the Haradrim pin as well, which is really cool. And you can be Tyrael now. I guess Tyrael now in the story.
Yeah, this is so cool because we had to build the Haradrim are a key part of the story of Diablo 4, and so we needed to design a symbol that appeared in game that was really iconic and part of their a symbol of their order, and it turned out to be quite important. And so we decided to make this this physical pin so that you could kind of
Be part of the secret
part of
club.
it.
That's
Yeah.
right.
There you go.
So you too could join an order of secret demon hunters going across Sanctuary, trying to keep things safe.
Exactly.
This is actually one of my absolute favorite things here.
Hey, Wraith.
I want to make sure that I actually
Shout out. Thanks for being a member. Appreciate you.
I did not.
There we go.
Zukoku. If I have the time, sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the cloth map here of, and what I think the coolest part about this is actually a full representation of like the areas you'll be playing in Diablo 4.
That's right. We, when we went to build the world of Sanctuary for Diablo 4, one of the things we wanted to do
What's up,
was
Rodney?
make sure that the game map had the feel of the kind of map that you would have that people made when they thought maybe there were a bunch of serpents in the water.
Right.
And so it was so cool to build all of that art for the map, and then getting to actually represent that as a physical object in the cloth map is so cool. And there are even more embellishments on this map. A lot of the art
I'm trying out
there at the
YouTube for a
bottom,
little bit, Odell, and we'll
all
see
around the
about
outside.
that. I haven't made a final
framing is
decision.
So cool, like Lilith's up at the top and like kind of center.
Early
frame
live
there,
stream
and of
because
course,
this
like
is
you
a
mentioned,
live
like,
Diablo 4
there's
event that I wanted to
points in
watch.
the game, like
So I figured why not hang out?
steps
What's up,
that are
Celestial?
visual, that are represented in the map that you'll actually be able to see. And when you open up the map in Diablo 4, it's essentially this, which is awesome. So
Yeah, I'm just a huge D&D and RPG nerd, so like anytime a game has a cloth map that comes with it, like I'm just so ecstatic to be able to just hang that up someplace and just put it somewhere. So I'm really stoked to see that we actually have this. And then we have
there's more.
there's certainly more. We have the art book, which is massive.
Yes.
Here you go, Adam.
Oh,
Let
yes.
me hand that to you awkwardly.
That's a
I
tough
will-
one,
I will
Wraith. I
attempt
would need to
flip
see
through
your
it.
account
Yeah.
context.
But yeah, it's got it in itself. It's a bunch of different art that obviously the team has been working on within the game and so forth, and led by our wonderful art director John Mueller.
right.
But yeah, it's pretty awesome. I'm so sorry. There's like super glare.
Somewhat glossy. It's
Yeah,
very
YouTube
nice.
has some stuff to work
Pages,
on for sure.
everyone. It looks great. But yeah, this thing is massive. It's super heavy. It's hundreds of pages here.
I mean,
which is really cool.
it's that's how thick it is, right? Like this is a lot of art. It's really cool, and we can only show you a little bit of it.
And honestly, if you've like ever pre-ordered like a collector's edition or anything like that from other Blizzard titles like World of Warcraft and everything, the art books from all the art teams here have always been so phenomenal, and that's just another. So
That's not the last piece here. We have
Yes.
this. We have the candle.
yes, the Candle of Creation here is included. This is kind of like the main centerpiece for the collector's box in itself. This thing is really awesome. It's pretty hefty too, and it's great because it's double-sided here, so you can kind of choose sides depending on what you would want. Lilith on one side, and Inarius on the other.
Didn't we
you
just
know?
do like a Twitter poll for like Team Lilith and Team Inarius?
We did. I will say the results blew me away because I think if you asked me like a month ago, I would have said Team Lilith would have been just
Would have crushed,
dominating. Yeah. But it.
Hey,
ended at a
Odell, thank
50-50
you.
split.
Appreciate that.
So there are most definitely a good mixture of fans between Inarius and Lilith. But yeah, the candle itself is really cool. There's a ton of detail on the actual base as I'm covering it with my hand.
Yeah.
Hand model, everyone. And then, of course, it's even got some extra details here on the bottom specifically.
Fallen
I
Skull.
appreciate you.
You can really see some of the detail of Inarius pauldrons.
It's almost hard. It's hard to show off the level of detail, but thankfully we have a video later that we'll talk about some of these things. And we have some
Exactly.
images going up as well.
Yeah, and it's actually got a, because this is an electric candle in itself, this is not like
I can pull up
something
that poll
will
for you,
just
Celestial.
disappear after using it for so many uses and so forth. But it is battery operated. There's a switch on the side and so forth. But you can then have it either on your desk while you're working, or and you can flip it from side to side depending on
That's right.
who you want to be in favor with.
Mondays with Lilith and Tuesdays with Inarius.
Exactly. So yeah, this is the collector's box itself. As I said,
LOL.
We will have an unboxing on our YouTube channels immediately after the live stream.
If you wanna vote,
Make
I'll
sure to
link
check
it.
that out. And pre-orders should be going live after this live stream on the Gear Store. So, and that is in again North America, Latin America, Europe and the UK. And then in Australia and Korea, it will be available at certain retailers. So make sure to keep your eyes peeled for those specific regions and where those details are going to be. So this is the collector's box. So it's actually really cool. Super excited. I'm sad I'm not going to be able to like immediately run over and pre-order it itself because
We got to do this.
I got to do this. But we actually have a lot of other things to talk about. As you guys know from the Game Awards and what you probably saw in the beginning of the live stream. Speaking of which, I do want to apologize for our counter. It clearly looks like Belial has gotten to our counter at the beginning of the live stream. It was moving a little slow. Lord of Lies most definitely has taken advantage of it. But we did start perfectly on time. But at the Game Awards, we did reveal the new
Ryan, I would at least empower a little bit.
And I think this would be just.
But also do your faction guardians.
Sure, just in case if you're jumping into the live stream now or you haven't taken a look at it. I've seen it a million times, but let's take another look at the Inarius and Lilith trailer.
True in his holy name.
Thanks, Flash. I'll get to you in a second. Appreciate you. We'll compare him in a bit, Fred.
I have returned to hell for you.
That a million times and probably like half the views on YouTube in it itself.
Here, I'll let me catch up. Sorry, I didn't want to talk if anybody was watching the trailer, but hey, Flash coming in with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you very much. Hype. Started a free-to-play account about 30 days ago and noticed Ultimate Death Knight is really hard to kill in the arena, especially for a free-to-play account. Got mine from Champ Training. Yeah, he's rough. He's rough in the early game, that's for sure. And Fred, I can pull up those offers and compare them on the offer calculator, which I will link right here. This is a great tool we just updated last night with the code to help you compare. Right there is a powerful resource for you, but I'll do it for you.
On the World of Sanctuary, and it's the world itself was created by Inarius and Lilith. You know, the universe of Diablo, there's this eternal conflict between heaven and hell, with the angels on one side and the demons on the other side. And Inarius and Lilith got tired of this and wanted to have a third way, and they created the world of Sanctuary where the humans live, and Diablo 4 takes place.
They sort of abandon their responsibility, sort of, right? Like they're expected to continue this war.
Well, that's certainly the take of the demons and the angels both. Yeah, absolutely. And so, you know, these two characters, these two antagonists, are a central part of the story as you adventure through the world of Sanctuary. These two founders, who do not see eye to eye at this point, certainly, are a key part of the story that will unwind.
Yeah, so being able to like explore like Lilith as a character, explore Inarius's characters and like their motivations, kind of what led them to where
They grade out
are
about
now,
exactly
and
the
why
same,
things are blowing up
Fred.
the way They are, yeah, definitely very important to the overall story.
Like within
Very cool to
decimals of each
explore
other.
as well.
Yeah, and I think like the cinematic showcases like amazing moments, especially for Inarius. I mean, he's very much, you know, center stage for kind of the first time that people really get to see or experience him in a Diablo game, beyond just like the lore, the discussions, and so forth. And I think like just seeing his power and what he represents right there was amazing.
Yeah, Inarius is a force, to be sure. And you know, it's so cool to be able to tell the story in a way that we can have really multifaceted characters that have real motivations, you know, like you were saying, but also be able to represent the raw power of some of these characters.
Yeah,
like
they're
Inarius.
both
like,
decent.
Think about that shot of Inarius' wings, you know, getting to see them over the army there, and
Like spreading out super wide. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. And you know, angel wings have been such a beautiful part of Diablo games for a long time. You know, I think back to the scene with Tyrael in the World Stone and how his wings were represented there. The way that they can move, they have kind of this quality that you know, I don't think I've seen any other wings, angel wings, that are represented quite this way. They're just incredible.
Yeah, they feel very iconic to our angels in Diablo, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then, of course, they're not just visually cool. They're also functional. You can see in the cinematic we just showed, when he lands, he actually impales a number of Fallen off screen.
Yeah.
With his wings.
Yeah, this is honestly one of my favorite parts, where he's just like coming down and the Fallen are in awe, and obviously he's just impaling them, and his feet landing on the ground, and like the amount of impact he has while doing a soft landing is just insane. You can tell he's got something on his mind. He clearly has an objective, wants to most definitely go towards it. It's just insane to see the power that's behind him. And I think one of my other favorite moments is the
hey, what's up, Nick? Shout out.
Pulse he sends out that like completely brightens up hell. All the Fallen are essentially like blinded by it, but it's got this unique sound to it, and like a little bit of like fun Diablo lore is that, like, you know, angels in Diablo are beings of light, and the sound and like the resonance are all tuned to the crystal arch, and it's almost like you're hearing his unique sound that he actually sends out, which just causes all the Fallen to, you know, immediately move off and be scared of like his power and what he brings.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's
Hey,
so
Jeannie.
much in regards to the story between Inarius and Lilith, and you know, it's weird to also think that Inarius is also kind of was originally serving under Tyrael, which is obviously a very familiar name within Diablo. So there's a lot more to reveal that we're going to be doing here over the next, you know, couple months as we lead up to launch, and of course when people jump into the game for the Diablo 4 story. But that cinematic was phenomenal for sure. The next big thing that we did want to talk about, and this is a huge part because this is actually kind of a new thing that a lot of the community may have heard of, but probably don't have full details on, and that is the Codex of Power.
Oh yeah, Codex of Power.
Yes, the Codex of Power is a brand new feature that's coming into Diablo 4. It's a gameplay feature, and Mr. Joseph Pipora.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Give us a
Codex
little
of
more
Power,
details.
huh?
So this is one of those things I would have loved to be able to talk about in a blog a while ago, but we weren't quite ready to reveal it at that time. There was already so many things.
Yeah, they're on the
discuss.
Diablo team from
So,
Blizzard.
the
Yeah,
Codex of
Nick.
Power
And I actually
is
talked
this
to
new crafting
the guy in the middle every now and
online
then.
in
Really
Diablo
good dude.
4.
Adam.
Really,
He's
really
one of the
excited
community
about it.
managers.
What it allows players to do is, as they are progressing through this, the massive interconnected world of Sanctuary, they're going to be discovering lots and lots of dungeons as they go. And when they find these dungeons,
What's up,
and they
Eric?
delve deep into them. At the bottom of them, they're going to find what we call Codex of Power aspects. And an aspect in the Codex of Power is effectively a legendary power that's been put in this very particular form. And every one of these dungeons that players progress through in the overworld has a unique legendary power via the aspect found inside of them.
Yeah. What I love about that is that you can create a new character, and you can look at some of the powers that are available through these dungeons and say, okay, I really want to target this power. I'm going to go to this dungeon.
I know, we need
get that
Plarium
power. You're
developer
less dependent on,
sit-downs.
like, well, I hope this power drops.
Absolutely. So there are limitations in place, but Joe, to your point, that is basically the intent here, right? Is to give players some manner and measure of control over the nature of their build as they're beginning to go through those steps. But the Codex of Power is a way for them to basically take these aspects, and then they're able to go back to a crafter back in one of the major cities, our new occultist crafter, actually. And when they go to the occultist, they can hand off actually, we're showing it right now. Our sorcerer's friend has just earned aspect of overwhelming bolts, which is going to allow her charge bolts ability to go and fire 2 more projectiles with each cast. She's going for like an up close and personal melee lightning build. So this shotgun approach for her spender is going to be really, really useful. More bolts, more damage.
Diablo 4 will probably have a
Good.
beta in like a month or
Minor
two.
trade-off for the mana cost, but still ends up being worth it in the end.
Hey, what's up, Rand?
Here we can see that the sorceress
Wow,
is
that's
now
crazy.
heading over to the occultist and is going to be choosing to imbue this aspect into one of their existing items. So she takes the item. So you're looking at a lot of work in progress stuff that we're looking at here because this is a live cast. We'd like to be able to show some things off. You have an opportunity to go and basically override the existing.
Yeah, I'm not
legendary
going
power
for the
on this and
ideal
put in
summon.
the new power they've just collected to the Codex of Power. So in this way, players get this deterministic way to kind of collect a series of these legendary powers that are out there in the game for them to find. But it's not all of them. You can only find some of the legendary powers overall.
And it looks
in the
like
game.
people are
There are over
in agreement
120
on that.
dungeons in the game. So this represents like a lot of really exciting and interesting things for you to collect as you're going through these areas. Also, you don't just find legendary powers for your class. You'll find legendary powers for all of the classes as you go, and some ones that can work on multiple classes as well. And then we think this is really cool because every time you find an aspect
What's up, Sanch?
that you can put into your Codex of Power, this is now available to all characters in that realm. So, for sake of argument, if we're playing in Season 1, every character that you make, let's say you're playing your Sorceress first, and you go find a whole bunch of Werewolf, Druid, based aspects as you're playing. When you go and you want to build a new Werewolf character or a new Druid character, you have all those aspects to play with from level 1 as soon as you want to start kind of like leveling up gear and getting into a position where you can make use of them. We love this idea of like making it so it's easier to go play with other builds.
Yeah, I love too how we've really been thinking about crafting in Diablo 4, and I love how the occultist figures into that crafting, right? Because when we think about legendaries in Diablo 4, what we're really talking about is the legendary power. And that legendary power can be moved around. You can use it to upgrade rares, and the occultist is sort of the central point of all of that crafting loop.
That's absolutely right. So that was one big change we add with, and we've talked about in previous blogs before. But one big change in Diablo 4 is allowing legendary powers of a particular type.
Oh,
to
nice,
roll on
Kenby.
lots of different
I might play the
slots,
next season of D3.
Which gives players an interesting game of deciding where they want to place certain powers to make the maximum use of them for their builds. Now the Codex lets them put them on the slots that are appropriate for that power. They can choose, right? But another limitation for the Codex power, in addition to not actually having the ability to collect all of legendary powers in the game, there's many more.
I did play out the D2R. I did not try out the ladder though, or seasons. I played it for like a month when it came out.
It is always better for you to go find a legendary item that has the power that you're interested in, and then you can choose to use that item directly or extract the power from that item into an aspect crystal, then go in and print into your own item of your choosing. So those legendary items you find out in the world are always going to end up being more powerful as a general rule.
Yeah, I really like the idea that like no matter what, like finding stuff is still going to lead to like potentially the best opportunity of getting the most amount of power, but you still have the customization ability of being able to, you know what, I found this power, I would still like to use this on another piece of gear and add that within the Codex of Power, and you still can.
Yeah, that's one of the things that's great about it. Exactly to that point is that you can have, let's say that you are leveling up and you get a legendary power that you really love, and you start to sort of make your build around it. With the Codex of Power, you can acquire new gear, and in fact through essences as well. And you can extract, you can bring that power with you, so you can maintain that build. So you're not sort of losing a core part of your build as you're getting new gear.
Yeah, and the fun thing about this is that we do want players, as they're beginning to go through their class fantasy, they're making their skill tree selections, they're going deeper and deeper into this, they're making their fun choices. We do want them to be able to still want to chase certain other powers. Like, for example, for this, like, kind of like melee-focused lightning build the player here is participating in right now, like, there are other powers that they really, really want for this build. Like, there's a lightning bolt legendary that is going to allow lightning warp legendary. It's going to allow them to have the spear basically orbit around them as part of combat, which, as you can see, would be awesome when they're teleporting into packs of monsters and trying to deal damage when they're up and close and personal. There's lots more things for that lightning sword to collect as they're going through, and then hopefully find the very best versions of those legendary powers as well as just finding them.
That's what I'm working on right now. I got to update the infographic.
So I know with the Codex of Power, this is kind of a new feature that's coming in Diablo 4, and we'll have more information and more details regarding like different parts of the Codex of Power and what the different powers you can end up finding and so forth to imbue onto actual weapons or gear in general here in the future. Plus other mechanics and other systems that I know people have been talking about and wanting to know more about here in the future. But I did want to leave some time for some Q&A because I know we've had a lot of different questions that we've seen pop over the community here in the especially in the last week with all the announcements that we've actually had related to Diablo 4. And so I wanted to make sure that we spent some time on those. So we did collect a lot of these questions through different community channels, like some of our forums on like D3, D2R, where people are posting about Diablo 4 there. To
I know, right, Nick?
Some of our these questions actually came from like social media.
Me too,
or
Celestial.
Content creators that actually do focus in on Diablo. So
Great.
Let's kind of like jump into a few of these specific questions if we can. So first one we have is like, what learnings did you guys apply from other Diablo games to Diablo 4?
Yeah, this is a great question because when you think about the history of the Diablo IP, of all the games that have come, what we wanted to do is capture the things that players loved about each of those entries in the series. And when you think about, so we really thought about how Diablo 1 really established sort of this tone of gothic horror, this really dark tone that was quite different from other things that you would see at the time. And we wanted to carry that forward and recapture that in Diablo 4. And then when we look again, what do players love and hold close to their hearts in Diablo 2? And we really wanted to capture that essence of having systems that unfold out and have all of this depth and ability to look at it and nuance and think to yourself, okay, well, I'm really going to learn all of the details of this, and I'm gonna by having a deep understanding of this, I'm going to optimize my character in ways that people who don't understand these nuances will miss, and I'll feel like, oh, I really am optimizing through this system in that. Really
the character's really like an expression of the choices you've made while you're leveling up and like making interesting decisions, right? Like
that's a great point.
It's really, really important. A lot more of that power is based on decisions that players made along the way.
Character power on the character itself versus
just stuff that you wear.
Itemization, absolutely. And of course, when we think about Diablo 3, we think about the fluidity of combat, that sort of action aspect of the action RPG. The
feels really good to kill monsters in Diablo 3.
Yeah, and Diablo 3 added so much to not just the player cast interactions. When you talk about hit frames and contact frames and all of the sort of nitty gritty of how that smoothness is achieved. but also the effects on the monsters exploding, various ways that monsters can die, death kits, all of those kinds of things. And we wanted to make sure that we represented that in Diablo 4 and even at a grander scale. I mean, if you can't behead a fallen, then what are we even doing here?
Yeah, what are we even doing here?
Exactly. Cool. For the next question we have, as I'm like dodging the camera and so forth, how does the Battle Pass work and how long does it go for? I know we talked a little bit about Battle Pass, but I think this is actually a really good question as well.
Yeah, it's a great question. So the Battle Pass will last for the entire duration of a season, and a season is 3 months.
Yep.
So you'll have plenty of time to work your way through the Battle Pass. Active players are going to have no problem with that. You're not going to run out of time.
Yeah, and you'll be earning progress, like I mentioned before, by completing content in the season journey, but also just by like killing monsters, going through dungeons, completing quests. Like everything you do is be slowly earning progress towards your Battle Pass progress.
Yeah, and I know that because we talked about season journey beforehand and so forth, and again, that's just an opportunity for people who even don't have the Battle Pass will still have an opportunity of actually going through a season journey similar to what they kind of experienced with Diablo 3 and earning things and so forth from that specific moment as well.
Oh, I want to call it one more thing because I think there's another question here that sometimes is kind of asked, which is like, how long am I expected to play in order to progress through the Battle Pass? And like that's like close to like between 75 hours ish. Like it's in that kind of realm for the most part. And this is important because we don't want you to think like you hear that there's a Battle Pass that's going to last for 3 months. Am I expected to play every single day for 4 hours for 3 months? Like that's not how this works. We really want people to engage with it at a pace that is appropriate to you and feel that you've got the time necessary to like really go through the whole thing.
Cool. Next question that we have here is when does the first season of Diablo 4 actually start?
That's right. So we'll
Good
be
question.
able to share more details about the
I
exact
knew that
dates
was
of
coming.
when the season starts, along with more details about the first season, what kind of exciting things you're going to get to see coming soon. But the key thing to know is that the game will launch in a preseason mode.
Yes.
And the season will start some weeks after that.
Yeah, and so for those that do end up pre-ordering, again, on the Digital Deluxe or the Ultimate version, and they have the early access period, your early access will be within the preseason, so it's not an opportunity to get a leg up over other people in regards to that first season for Diablo 4.
Yeah, I really want to make sure people have time to like really play through and enjoy the campaign and see all this content before they get ready to start fresh in season 1.
Exactly.
Next question. If I want to play Diablo 4 on PC and console, do I need to purchase the game for each platform?
Yes, so you do need to purchase the game for each platform that you want to play on.
Correct.
But all of your progression, you can play between platforms, and all of your progression is cross-platform as well.
Yeah, and just to reiterate,
Yeah,
as
I
well,
agree,
is that
Nick.
if you do buy the,
But I've got a video coming out later
Battle
today
Pass
with Smiley.
for like PC, and you also play on Xbox, for instance, your Battle Pass does carry over because it is part of your BattleNet account. So you'll end up progressing both on whichever platform that you actually do play on. You don't need to purchase a Battle Pass for each specific platform for each time you're playing on like PlayStation or on Xbox and on PC.
That's right.
Cool. Will familiar Diablo items be returning to Diablo 4? Sorry, I'm like ducking around.
They will. Joe,
Yeah.
I think you have some.
Yeah, so like I mean, there are a ton that are returning. There's Shaco's coming back, Windforce is coming back, Grandfather's coming back. There's like Mage Fist is coming back.
And these are unique items.
So,
right?
yeah, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, so that's a really good call out. So there are legendary items we talked a little bit before. There
we go, new
have
graphic.
Particular powers, and then there are unique items that are much more powerful than legendary items are. Now, legendary powers can show up on any slot. Unique items come with like a prefixed loaded of like types of affixes that could appear in that thing, and then what the special power is tied to the unique item on its own. And they're really they're
Yeah, I'll
difficult to
definitely be
find,
playing it
they're
on
really
PC.
rare. They're fun chase items, and you can really build exciting builds around some of these things. But we've taken a lot of the ideas from these items from previous games, kind of reinterpreted them to make sure they work with Diablo 4, but try to retain that thematic essence to them. Like it's been an exciting challenge for the team to kind of go after and try to bring in. Yeah, we have a ton.
Diablo items returning.
And,
Fan favorites.
And a lot of new things too. So there's a mixture of both, but you will see some returning favorites.
Yeah.
Awesome. And I think that is the end of our questions that we have there, specifically that we ended up grabbing. I know that we wanted to make sure that we had enough time and so forth.
I think so, yeah.
But I did
Nike.
want to thank you guys for joining, and thank you guys, obviously, for joining us on our last live stream. But I'm going to throw you guys, before we leave, some quick, like, fast-paced shotgun questions, because I want to make sure that we have all these and everything like that.
Sounds good.
I'd be curious to know, favorite class in Diablo 4 for each of you?
Okay,
Rogue.
fine. I'm sorry.
Rogue.
Rogue. Okay, so that was easy. I guess Barbarian, but I think in terms of specs. So I could just talk for the 5 minutes, but no, Barbarian right now.
Yeah, you're right. There's so many cool mechanics. Like when I say rogue, I'm thinking about the idea of being a rogue and running around. Like that,
I will say Rogue is incredibly fun. Like plays like it's if you want a fast, like agile character that like is dancing around like everything.
Yeah, those delays happen a lot. You got to be
most-
careful.
I would say that and the Necromancer are probably the two most fun and flashy like characters. Well, actually, I would say also even the Sorceress is flashy just because of all the spell effects and everything. So
Again, there's builds I love on all of the classes.
I personally am a Druid fanboy. Always have been.
Bear, werewolf.
Actually, I've really enjoyed like the elemental specs
nature.
and so
Yeah.
forth.
Yeah, I bought Cyberpunk and played like 20
so,
minutes.
So fun.
We're
Rip.
gonna nerf Storm, everybody.
Just because I said something.
Just because we said it was good, so we're gonna go. We're not gonna just nerf Storm. Don't worry about that.
I'd be curious to know favorite enemy in Diablo 4. Maybe.
Favorite enemy.
Yeah. Or enemy family.
Everyone in the chat is yelling at them to tell us when the beta is coming, and they're probably not going to.
Casters. There was actually an enemy in Diablo 2 under the city that is this vampire caster, very tall and thin and floating, and we were able to reimagine that in Diablo 4, and it moves by turning into bats. And it can form out of bats. So if you get a lot of bats in one area, it can turn into one of these casters.
Wait, did it move in Diablo 2 as bats?
No,
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, like I always it's so hard to tell with like D2 because it's like usually you find
The
it in, like,
chat is just yelling at them to
dark and
talk about when the beta
I
is.
have no idea, but yeah.
Yeah, for me it's Drowned. Like the whole monster family for the Drowned, I really like. There's something about like the like these pale, clammy, like seaside monsters that are rising up from the waters. And one of the things really fun is like they're really like strange and mysterious in the world, and I really gravitate towards that. Like they're covered with barnacles. They've got like all kind of like broken parts of like sunken sea vessels they use in combat. They just swarm all over the place. Often you'll find like you're in
Hey,
areas, like,
Smashy,
raining,
how you doing?
Actually encounter them. Like they're a super fun a group of monsters to fight. And they've got some neat. A lot of their brute has some like really neat abilities you have to like have trying to like dodge and avoid. They're very dangerous. So yeah, they're my favorite I think right now.
Nice. What's a fun fact you guys encountered while developing Diablo 4?
fun fact developing Diablo 4. I'm gonna throw it to Joe. I think.
What do you
Sure.
think?
So a fun fact I learned while developing Diablo 4, that it is very, very important while we're allowing players to like make a lot of choices and they're thinking about the way they like make a really interesting character for themselves, that we unveil that kind of slowly initially. Otherwise, we have a tendency to like get people like really like scared about making choices, and they kind of clam up, which is obviously not what we want. We want people to like be able to engage with these kinds of features. So it's maybe not like a fun fact, but I think it was very, very interesting. We went through a lot of iterations to get to the right place. And I'm really happy with where we landed.
Yeah, now I have to give a serious answer.
No, I'm sorry. I should have given I should have given some other fun fact.
No. I think it's better.
Okay.
You know, I think
It's
we
better,
went
folks.
through we went through a lot of iteration on the first skill. when you
Hey,
start
physics
out
nerd, how you
in
doing? What's up?
the very beginning of Diablo 4. For a while, you started with one of your classes, left click. Basic
They'll do
skills.
the beta before then. The beta
and
will be in the next month or
we
two, I
had
bet.
a lot of trouble with having that skill that we'd chosen for you, feeling like, well, I guess I should build a spec around this, because it's just you start with it, you're familiar with it, and it sort of constrained your ability to explore the skill tree.
Yeah. So like if Sork started with like Firebolt, for example, like
Hey,
a
what's
lot
up?
of
Yeah.
that we're testing would just
We're
make
wrapping up the
fire,
Diablo
like,
4
spec
live
sorcerers.
stream, and
They
then I'm
wouldn't
just
think
hanging
about,
out doing the
trying
fusion grind.
other skills. So
So we ended up going with a basic. We ended up adding, fairly late in development, a basic attack
Well, the fact that they didn't announce a beta yet in this live stream makes me think it's not coming in January. So it'll probably be February. I don't think it'll be March. That's too soon before launch. Probably February.
And so forth. We get our own feedback from within the team of what people are actually doing from that end. Of course, and last but not least, the most controversial question: Team Inarius or Team Lilith?
Team Inarius.
The most controversial
Even though I'm
question is, when
wearing
is the
my
beta?
That was
Yeah,
like,
it's actually really funny.
It looks like
I
they're
guess-
not going to
I guess
address
still
it.
Team Lilith. I
Team
think I'm
Lilith.
still taking.
Okay,
I
we're
think I'm
split.
still Team Lilith. Yeah.
we're split. I won't break the tiebreaker here. We will keep the poll
Oh
at
wow.
50-50.
Trying to stay very neutral
I
here.
will. I
in
will
the center.
stay neutral here. I will choose Team Bale. There we go.
Team Bale.
It's behind me. It's perfect. Uncle Bale. It's
Uncle
great.
Bale.
Uncle Bale. It's perfect. Great. Well, I think that kind of wraps up our time here today on the developer update stream. I do want to note that we thank everyone again for tuning in for our first.
Oh no,
developer
everyone's gonna be
update
so
stream.
mad
has
about
actually
this.
been kind of a crazy process of getting a studio.
They
up,
didn't announce. They didn't talk
back
about
in
the
the
beta
building,
or
and I'm
anything.
happy that we
Oh
can call this
no.
home for our streams going forward.
That's the end
We have a
already?
lot
Oh
of
no.
activities that are going on that we've announced or will announce here. I'll say in a second.
I feel bad.
For
You know,
franchise.
like
If you are a big fan of Diablo Immortal or a player of Diablo Immortal, we just had a huge update for 1.7 come out yesterday. It's massive. It's probably our biggest update yet. So I do recommend checking it out. Lots of big narrative moments and whole new areas that kind of expand the campaign in Diablo Immortal, as well as a lot of quality of life features that the community's been asking for. So been hearing a lot of great positive feedback, and we're excited that that's out right before the holidays. And then D2R earlier this week, we announced 22 Nights of Terror.
That's
it's
right.
an in-game event that essentially changes the game every single day, and it's kind of a surprise. Think of it like a Diablo advent calendar, you could say. So that actually started earlier this week. And for Diablo 3 fans, we actually have a new holiday event. This is a brand new event for Diablo 3 that I'm really excited to.
Yeah, you've been working hard on this.
Our D3 team has been working really hard, and they're working really hard on the next season. And we'll actually be revealing that tomorrow on the blog. So make sure to tune in for that. And we'll also have news related to, of course, the Darkening of Tristram, which happens every single year for Diablo 3 and when that will be occurring. So make sure to check out Diablo3.com from that side. Any parting words from you guys? Specifically?
Yeah, I really wanted to thank everyone for tuning in today and following us throughout the year. It's been a big year for us, as I was saying earlier. A ton of work getting all the content into the game, setting us up for next year, setting us up for release. We've got a lot of bugs to fix in the new year. We've got to make sure that our server architecture and infrastructure is in good shape for of course, our betas coming up, and our release as well. So some work ahead of us, and we have a lot of exciting stuff to share next year as well through some of these live streams, more of these live streams. But you're not going to hear from us for a little while because we're all going to take some time off to be with our families for the holidays. And really
Not gonna hear from us for a little while. Uh-oh.
From Diablo 4. Just not think about Diablo 4 for a little bit.
That,
A restful.
yeah, that means no beta in January.
Sometimes we have like builds up, people like sort of like log in and continue to play.
Not this time.
That means no Diablo 4 beta in January,
for the holidays, and
in my
everyone
opinion.
to not be on Diablo for a while. Good.
Any parting words?
Yeah, no, shout outs to the various Diablo updates we have coming down the road. I recommend everyone take some time to play some World of the Warcrafts because Dragonflight is rad, really fun. But for the community itself, I think that this has been a huge year for the Diablo team, much as Joe has already said. We're really excited to be able to just finally start sharing more and more about where the game is at and what we've been thinking about and what we value. It's been awesome talking to press. I really can't wait to just keep this conversation going. I think this is going to be the best thing for everybody, both for the dev team to be able to get this feedback and hear the sorts of things that you're interested in. Also, just make sure that we're regularly talking to you so you know what to expect and you can
What's up, Dr.
know
Who?
what How
you doing?
are at. So I'm really excited about that. So thank you for sticking with us this long, and hopefully everyone enjoyed all the things that happened over the course of this last couple months.
Yeah, and like I said, this is kind of the new way that we're going to be communicating out to the community through these developer update streams. We're super excited for them, especially as we get into next year. We have way more information to reveal, including details next year, early next year, about the open beta and when that will actually be starting as well.
Oh, okay, so they did address it.
Again, thank you everyone for tuning in.
Details
and,
early next year.
I just want to say happy holidays, and we'll see you guys next year from the Diablo team. Thanks again.
Yep. See you, buddy.
Interesting. Okay. So they're going to announce the D4 beta early next year. And everybody's raging in the chat. Early next year. Cool. By the way, go throw the Diablo channel a follow. That's the link to the channel I was watching. Massive shout out to them. Let's kick on a little bit of music here. Yeah, back to talking about Plarium, huh? Where is this? Doesn't put it in alphabetical order. I'm looking for a radio station, a copyright-free radio station. Gotta update the text. What's new with you? Not a whole lot. Just grinding away. I want to make sure and stay caught up on the Fusion today. Got a video coming out later with Smiley later today, talking about his thoughts on the new dungeon. Tomorrow might be a video on the build. I think that'll be super common with the Fusion champion for soloing content and stuff. I'll get like a fancy infographic done. Hopefully. What's going on here? What happened? What was that? Okay, I don't know what just happened. My mouse went crazy. Update the title here. There we go. Got. Haven't played Raid in like 6 days. Yeah, the fancy infographics. I can show you. I can show you what's coming here. I got a new template for them. Where is that at here? Thought, is it not in there? That's annoying. Huh. I lost that template. That is, I'm gonna have to re-download it. Super annoying. I don't know, that's probably gonna take forever too. Shoot. How did I lose that? I wouldn't have deleted it. That is so weird. Blows my mind. Some of the things that happen sometimes. It's like someone came on my computer and deleted it. Being sabotaged. Oh, maybe no fancy infographic if I can't get that template. Oh, there you go. Nice, Genie. Down to just doing 20 and 21 for Ogren. There you go. Oh, to finish it. What's that file called? Let's search for it. Oh, I must have never downloaded it. Yeah, it's gone. Well, okay. But yeah, that poll is a big rip. I gotta fix my setup here as well. Let's get that over there, and then we need to go. I should probably make YouTube the darker theme. How do I do that? There's gotta be an easy way to do that. Settings. There's gotta be an easy way to do it. Are you kidding me? You can't just like flip on dark mode? Seriously? That isn't like a toggle? It's gotta be. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm missing. Okay. There we go. Okay. I knew I was missing it. I've got enough studio lighting to pull that off, I think. And then the poll coming in at 96.4. Okay. That's a little bit rough. And also, people not wanting 7-star champions. $96.4, 77.23. 70% of people think Duchess is the best, and 70% of people don't really care about farming oil. And there you have it. Oh, do I have the updated Void Legendaries tier list? I have to add those champions, don't I? Yeah, I need to write that down. We got because we just got like 4 new Void Legos, didn't we? Because where would that be at? You got, so this is it right here. We had Ileo right here. Kind of in the middle. So to be 110 is pretty rough. Saphira said Duchess is not even top 50. What? Where? Is that like a clickbait thing or what? I guess I would want to hear the 50 champions that are better than Duchess. Not endgame. I mean, I've been playing for 4 years. I use Duchess a lot of places. Oh, yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe. Like the absolute god tier. I'd have to ask like Smiley about like top 10 Platinum Arena. Yo, Samael, how you doing? I need to edit this. Why can't I edit this? Am I not signed in? I'm signed in. Oh, now it's letting me. So who am I missing on here? Goes in alphabetical order. I've got Fortis. No, Ursa's on there, isn't it? Yeah, Ursa's on there right here. Who are the new ones, though? There's a bunch of new ones, isn't there? I've already got Ileo on there. Right here. Ileo and Fortis, right there. That's the 2 new ones I have at the end here. Oh, yeah, the flute guy. You know what's funny is comparing it to Elva. So Elva, everybody was spicy about. 18% said it was worth it. So the Elva was 18, and then the Ileal is 4. 4 Ileal. That is that's rough.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
4%. How many employees does Plarium have? So there's 1.4 thousand votes. I think Plarium has 300 employees. Oh, are we on to something here? Are we on to something? What percentage is 300? Oh no, it'd be a little bit higher. So Plarium isn't getting every employee to vote. It'd be like 20-something% if every Plarium employee voted. But they probably, you know, sent the link out in Slack and a few people showed up to vote. Would be my guess. Also, 20 sacreds versus 70 voids. How's the value work out on that? $20 sacreds is 400. What's 110 voids? Interesting. 275 for 110 voids. But are we? I think we're overvaluing sacreds maybe. But that's Plarium. See, like this is based on Plarium's prices. And Plarium does overvalue sacreds compared to everything. Like usually one sacred shard Plarium sells for 20 bucks, which is why when we put in one, it shows up as 20 because we're going by the average Plarium price. So then if we do one void shard, 250. Honestly, that's probably a little bit low. Maybe we need to adjust that. I think the average void shard in game is probably like 350. Or at least 3. We need to bump that up a little bit, I think. Because, like, the average ancient shard. Yeah, the average ancient shard of $1.20, that's about right. I would maybe say like $1.15. Yeah, me and Smiley will have to collaborate on some of this stuff. One energy refill, 50 cents. That's a little bit low. That's probably like closer to 60, 70 cents. But I'll talk with Smiley. I need to get that Smiley video ready to send out. I need a link to Smiley's channel on there. Does that work? There's an @ sign in the... Oh, yeah, that works. And then I'm going to schedule that to come out here in a little bit. I got a pretty fun video with Smiley. Seeing a 24 void pack worth it. Could you shoot me a screenshot? I can't pull it up during the Ice Golem grind. Would you agree that Plarium probably think the community will be happy with all the content lately? I think they probably know that there's going to be backlash when they remove a champion chase and they up the void guarantee events to 110. They have to know. $24 void for 60. What else was in the offer? I'll have to see where we're getting these numbers from the coder and talk to Smiley. I can meet with Smiley and talk about these different prices. I wonder if Smiley's around. Should we call Smiley? Live TV. Smiley's not usually available until closer to dinner time. Yeah, Theodore is awesome. Theodore made the top 2 rows of the tier list. Now, what causes... Oh, Stagnite, probably because the book value competes with Theodore, but... I need to check this out here. So... Yeah, Stagnite's got 12 book value. Theodore's got 11. Scarcity. Stagnite might be a little bit too high on scarcity. I'd go 6. Theodore might be amazing for progression too. Stagnite doesn't have a revive, so I might go with like an 11. That might be a little bit too spicy. Theodore might be... as well. Okay, there we go. That might make it a little bit more accurate. Okay. And then that'll update. That'll update at midnight. Smiley didn't respond. He's mad at us. Oh yeah, Ford, I meant to do that. I meant to do that. Who's your favorite champ and champs? It's a good question. Bad L was always my answer because Bad L was my champion art. My face as Bad L is like my logo. And I just always thought that was too cool. So that's always been my easy answer. But besides Bad L, yo, by the way, Cash, I appreciate you coming in hot as the rare. Boom. My favorite champion besides Bad L. Duchess is probably who I use the most, but that's probably boring. Probably Seer in terms of being accessible, unique, and filling a cool role in the game. Something like that. I do need the Bad L mask. Hey, what's up, Knuckles? Shout out for being a member. Favorite champ based on looks was Bad L. That's why I had them make me as Bad L. Favorite champion based on looks besides Bad L? I've always been a fan of the like medieval archer assassin look, like Demon Hunter, like the Demon Hunter look in Diablo. Like I've always been a fan of this look right here. So who's the champion that's most like that? They don't even really have one in Raid. They have Cold Heart, but Cold Heart is definitely not the Demon Hunter aesthetic. It'd be some sort of dark elf, probably. Madame Saris. Madame Saris is a super cool looking champ. By the way, you got to look at this. I was trying to get an AI art program to make Madame Saris, and look at this. I was kind of playing around with it. I think it came out pretty well. What other ones was I playing around with? I was playing around with like... What other ones did I have it do? I was trying to learn that like AI program. Let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah, I was having it make Queen Ava, the AI art program. See if I can get this over here to show more of it. Not bad. Maleficent would have been a good word to put in there. No, I was using something called Mid Journey. Yeah, Genie, I had the premium version so that I could use it as much as I want, because I use it for other stuff, like I'll use it for like thumbnails and stuff. Like this right here. I made this with it. I made a legendary book with it. Isn't that pretty cool? Once you get good with it, you can make some pretty cool stuff. What else did I make? I made an oil for ascending. Like some of the ascension oil. Although these ones are better with like the sand. Like I like this one better. Hey, what's up, Kevin? I like this one better. The ascension oil with like the sand dungeon theme. I know, the champ chase. Typically, you'd have the summon rush right here, and then you'd have the champ chase right here. But that is out. And so you got to go for the epic this weekend during the 10x or pulling for Aileel. And we don't see it in game yet. $5,500 for the epic. Probably 8K. Yeah, you basically gotta decide if you're going for the didn't Nubs put out like a free-to-play planner? YST just one shot. Oh, did he now? Two hours ago, one shot Bommel, huh?
What's up guys, YST here and welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. And today, we are live on the test server to showcase a brand new Bommel team that I've just created in the past 24 hours, and I've put so much work into it, and I've actually managed to make it work, where I feel like this is the world's first one-shot of Bommel that you're about to
Turn down the music here for a little bit.
using reset champions, or like a Prince Kaima, or astroliths with non-resistible bombs when you're using multiple.
Here's a link to YST's video. Go give him a like.
Use that composition.
Go like that video for him, please, and give it a view. But we'll check it out.
Champions, the bomb champion in Gnishak Verminlord, a weakened champion on the A1, and then an increased attack champion. And it's just bonkers how this works. Now, before we get into this, I just want to set a little disclaimer. I do not highly recommend everybody to go out their way and build up these champions and invest everything into this straight away. This was purely for your guys' entertainment value and me on a personal basis, trying to push the limits to see what is possible in this game. And it's something that I really love to do in my spare time, as you may have seen with like the Cornelia strategies, right? So I just wanted to set that out there. But of course,
I can hear it, but be right back. 1 second.
And you do have the stats to make this work. It's around a 40 to 50% win rate in the 20 or 30 runs that I've trialed out before making this video. So I have to say that before we carry on here. But alright, on the A1 ability with the Pestilence Sensor, he attacks 3 times at random, and each hit has a 40% chance of placing a bomb debuff for 2 turns. The bomb debuffs placed by this skill on enemies whose max HP is equal to or higher than 200,000 will deal double damage. Now, what makes this remarkable is, or where the Theorycraft and Tinfoil Hat came into play is, he places bombs, he then grants an extra turn and has the potential to place more bombs. And then I thought to myself, if I can bring in a weakened champion and bring in ally attack before Bommel takes a turn and actually proc this A1 multiple times, I'll be able to fill up 9 bombs and 1 weakened debuff before Bommel takes a turn. And I was really interested to see in my head, are we able to one-shot Bommel like this? Like, is it a possibility with Gnishak Verminlord? Because traditionally with other bomb champions, even if I fill up the bar, it's never been a possibility for me. I'm not sure how many of you would replicate this, but once again, this is for entertainment. Who's ready?
Oh, is it like too ridiculous to build or something?
All right, guys. I can't believe I actually made this work, man. This is going to blow your mind. Seriously, if this doesn't blow your mind, I don't know what will.
Double ally attack.
Guys, if you do enjoy this content and you want to see more stuff on Bommel and other bosses, please hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel and enables me to keep doing these things. Because it really strives me to know that you guys are interested in it. So therefore, I'm going to make more content like this. Let's go. Come on. Oh my gosh, I'm so scared. I'll show you the preset straight after the run of how to make this work. I just don't want to bore you guys because 90% of you probably won't make this team. Let's go. Gnishak Verminlord. Who would have thought that he'd be like the world's first champion to one-shot the boss? Without a Geomancer strategy as well, where literally the boss takes a turn and that's it, it's done. Now this wave here is very tedious because this was actually one of the hardest parts for me with presets. Making sure that I align the right skills, but also have the right skills on cooldown for once we come up against the boss. So we're just going to come through here, still full auto. I'll just move myself out of the way so you can see that button. Look, full auto. But we did target the Coroner just in this team here, because I just wanted to get rid of him as quickly as possible. But it's not needed. I'll show you that in the second run. I've recorded multiple runs here. Because there's actually 2 ways that you can kill him in case one of your bombs get resisted. And let's just say hypothetically, you only get 8 bombs up. I just want to show that it's still possible to win with some good RNG. But this one is like the perfect case scenario of the best way for it to work. Alright, come on. Bommel. How does this work here? So bombs go out. We proc 2 extra bombs. So we didn't even like amplify with 3. Then we've got the ally attack. Procking extra bombs there with the weaken of Helicath. We're going to prop extra bombs there. And now we're fully maxed up on the debuff bar. And watch this.
Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh. Guys. It's one of your bombs. Then we've got the ally attack. Possible to win with some good RNG. But this one is like the perfect case scenario of the best way for it to work. Alright, come on. Bommel. How does this work here? So bombs go out. We proc 2 extra bombs, so we didn't even like amplify with 3. Then we've got the ally attack, procking extra bombs there with the weaken of Helicath. We're gonna proc extra bombs there, and now we're fully maxed up on the debuff bar. And watch this.
That is awesome. That's funny. And it's okay. Shout out to YSD. It's a really good video. I'll link it again in the chat. That's funny. Gaius. Yeah, Gaius is good. He's got a good role in the game. Need high attack and accuracy and speed. Yeah, now if we could just one-shot the sand dungeon. Did he show the stats in that video? Okay. 6K attack. 266 speed. 376 accuracy. That's the main things. Okay. Calm down now. Here you go. Here you go. There you go. Oh, you got the Autocon to work? Yeah, it seems to be working a little bit more reliably with people at least. That poll was still at 4% on Ileal. Do you think Duck or Stag Knight is better for Ice Golem 20? Probably Stag Knight. Yep, unlock. Yep, I talked about that in one of my videos. About the little super raid bug thing. Oh yeah, I wanted to remember to get that chart about the energy per dungeon level. Wait. Oh, I probably can't. 20 is where most people go. Faster. Yep. I used to have that chart, and I can't find it. Points. Wait. Yeah, I don't know where it is. Ayuma Love has a chart. You can link it if you want. The oh, like the points per stage. Yeah, I know. I wish I would have went for Riho. Oh, I probably need to update the tier list. Like this. Do you think? So Rio, I mean, but Rio and Cardio go up. I think they both go above Baron. And I gotta add the new ones here. Maybe it doesn't let you post links. I don't know. What was the poll rate for Fortis or Riho? I don't remember if I did that. You can post it in the chat if you want, and I'll pull it up. Or DM it to me on Discord, like the Aftershock one. You can just type it in. If you want to send it to me. Loot table. This looks like something Bobo made. Yeah, I know about that one. I don't see what you mean. Where's the tournament points per energy spent? It's at the bottom. Oh, I see. Okay. Tournament points over energy. Tournament points over energy. Yeah, stage 20 is the best. Stage 10's actually pretty good. Stage 10 is actually better than 25. Yeah, 24 is probably the best blend of everything. And yeah, okay, that's kind of what I knew. Yeah, thanks though. I'll have to do something with that on our site. Yeah, the stage 10 mystery shards. Yeah, those don't stop dropping until like stage 16, right? The brews and shards. Yep. Yeah, you definitely want to do stage 20 at least, if you can. I usually do 24, to be honest. But yeah, sorry, I didn't, it wasn't anything personal, it was just business. Good old CVC battle. Do I have Royal Guards scarcity? Royal Guard scarcity of a 4, that's not good. It's probably got to be like an 11. Not great for progression, I agree with that. Demon Lord of 10, no. Arena 10, okay, some of these grades got mixed up here. Otherwise, I agree with it. Okay. Mithrala, I can probably get an 11. Is Mithrala an 11 on scarcity? Probably not. Probably a 9. And progression, you're not going to get Mithrala when you're progressing. So that, like... So I should probably bump that down a little bit. Like, but if you are struggling to progress through content, she would help you. So I can't drop it too low. But yeah, that thing has like 10,000 grading cells on it. That thing is a never-ending full-time job. Do we have the multipliers for Gnishak? Officially? Is there like an official source on the Gnishak multipliers? Yeah, we need a quick way to be able to compare all the multipliers in the game. I think Cold Brew was working on that. Speaking of, I was supposed to talk with Scratch. Why would you use a Stag Knight instead of Lydia? Why do you? Stag Knight brings the attack down. Mainly. Lydia doesn't do attack down. See right there on my Stag Knight, just placed the attack down. It helps keep my run at 100%. See, like right there, I would have gotten pummeled without the attack down. are 5 and 10. I should make a fancy infographic for Gnishak, since it's a fusion champion. That'd be a good thing to. If my graphics guy messages me back. What are you doing? What just happened? He must have like fallen off the windowsill or something. He made a really weird sound. Like he was hurt or something. You alright, dude? Uh-oh, you never use your seer. Why are you being crazy? Got to the hard with Shagur. Oh yeah, I gotta bump up Shagur as well. Does Shagur get moved up now because of that? Or does he stay A tier? I might do this. What do you think? Is that fair? Hey. I don't know how to say your name. I apologize. Ervohe. I do stage 24. I feel like Leorius ahead of Acrisia is not right. Oh, there you go. Nice. I'll take better than most. Did you calm down now? Huh? And then I gotta get the new ones on there and updated. Yeah, that's what's rough is building stuff outside of CVC. I'm gonna have to do my sand team during CVC. Yep, stage 20 it is. I'm almost caught up on my grind for today. About to run out of my energy and wait for daily reset. I'm gonna have to work on some stuff. So that's probably as good a spot as any for me to call it. Yeah, the Hydra. Yeah, you're right. I'll do that. I'll do that for sure. Love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Would do me and doing me the great honor of hanging out with me for the fusion grind. I'll see you soon in another stream where we hang out. And good luck and everything. Pull some shards tomorrow maybe if I have to do the minimum for the summon. We'll see. We'll do the math on it. And a video dropping with Smiley. Here, let me show you the spicy video that I've got planned here with Smiley. We got a spicy video coming up in about an hour on the channel. Love you all. Have a good one. See you soon. Deuces.